So I have a regular derivative acting on this object. So this p dot del is nothing but a standard derivative. That is acting on the following. I want to split that the following way. 1 over r minus r prime cube times r minus r prime. So this would be a certain function f of x or y, etc. And this is going to be a function g of x, y, z, whatever. Okay? So using that, I have a regular derivative of the product of two functions. So it's going to be p dot del. So it's going to be the derivative of g, which is g prime, times 1 over r minus r prime. This is this term. So it's going to look like this. It's p dot del. Yeah, it's messy, but p dot del. Okay, let me do the f prime first. 1 over r minus r prime cube. So this is f prime times g, which is r minus r prime, plus f, which is 1 over r minus r prime cube, times g prime, which is p dot del times r minus r prime. Okay, so slowly again. P dot del derivative of this whole thing is f prime. And I kept g here. And this term here is f. And this is g prime. And that's exactly what I wrote up there. Yeah.
Why does, if that's at first it was f prime, why doesn't it 3 come out? Like 3 of the s or the negative actually.
Okay, because I defined f to be this. Oh, you want to take the 3 as a derivative?
Oh, what do you think with respect to?
With respect to either x or y or z. But I haven't taken the derivative explicitly yet. So that's why the 3 doesn't show yet. Okay, again, I hope that I convinced you by writing this thing that this is just a standard derivative. And then I define f to be 1 over r minus r prime cube, and I define g to be r minus r prime, the vector. So this is in fact a vector. So then you have the derivative of f is f prime, which is this, is p dot del acting on 1 over r minus r prime, correct? And then times g. So f prime g plus f g prime. It's just a regular derivative of product.
The only thing that doesn't make sense is that dots in that term is bigger than dots.
Is bigger?
Yes, the dots plus another term.
What do you mean bigger?
Because the first term over there is equal to the first term over here, the previous one.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me try to understand. This is the only thing that we are left with.
Yes, and that's equal to this first term over there plus r minus r prime.
Yeah. So, but this is always the case, right? If you have the, okay, so I have the derivative with respect to x of f of x times g of x, that's small, it's the same thing. So I have two terms simply because I'm taking a derivative. Okay? All right, so what should we do? Okay, so we have 2 minutes. So the what should we do? So I'm not convinced that that everybody's following here. What's the problem? So do you think you are going to review the derivation by yourself and try to understand what's going on? That's the only way. Okay, so that's, yeah, go ahead.
So Professor, so in this thing, so when you have p dot del times 1 over the g, and then the other one you have is really the opposite.
Yep.
Okay, and then when you originally wrote it on top of the board, so p dot del r minus r prime over r minus r prime cubed. So
Wait.
how do you know which ones are supposed to be in front of the del, which are supposed to be behind the del when you wrote the original fraction on top?
No. Okay, so in fact, this is correct because I kept all the time the del to the left. You see, on purpose.
Yeah. And then the other term is not. It is not.
Okay, so this I should, just to be safe, I should keep it on this side. But we'll see.
The del is not operating on that term, though, right?
Yeah, because that's the reason it doesn't matter probably. But yeah,
And the first term. Of
we'll go in next step. We'll prove it. Sorry.
And the first term that you wrote on the top line. So the del, which one is the del operating on?
Oh, okay.
Clear?
No, very good. That's a very good question. But that's, I mean, I was hoping that it was obvious from the notation, but it seems like it's not. So over here, the del is acting on the whole thing. But when I write it here like this, I mean, I thought that it was clear, but it seems like it's not. P dot del is acting only on r minus r prime because then you divide the whole thing, whatever the result of that is, by this. Hopefully from the notation that was clear. I mean, that thing over there is exactly the same thing as this one, actually. And here is a little bit more explicit, but okay. Yeah, it's a little bit messy notation, but it's a messy, you know. So sorry about that. Well, I mean, what can we say? I mean, I don't know who to complain with. Okay, so let's see what we do. So it's already past the time, so we'll finish next class, okay? But, I mean, I can give you homework. You already have enough homework, and I prefer to give you homework that is practical, some applications. But, I mean, instead of me telling you as a homework, do this derivative, so and so, why don't you just try to study the notes and reconstruct the derivation, okay? There is no other way that you are going to follow. This is very messy, okay? So when I was a student, it took me a long time to understand this. That's the only thing I can tell you. So you have to sit and write it and try to understand, okay? Yeah. And when